Hey everyone, this is Unlock24, and before we go any further, I want to remind you to go to the bottom right and click that full screen icon without switching your phone horizontal. So keep your phone vertical, click that full screen icon on the bottom right. Alright, so the deck that I've got for you is actually an extremely interesting deck, and I was thinking about it all day, and how I was thinking of how to make it work, and this is what I came up with. Unfortunately, it doesn't work as good as I thought it would, and I did try several versions of it, and I know that the one with Venus is extremely popular, but I wanted to get away from that and see what else we can build, and if there's a different strategy that we can use. So let me get to the deck, and then I'll go ahead and explain it a little bit. So first of all, we're using the Atmosphere, 3 Sphere Karibo, 1 Twin Headed Behemoth, 3 Jowls of Dark Demise, 3 Bubonic Vermin, 2 Twisters, 2 enemy controllers, 1 Windstorm, and 2 a Fate Clan. So the basic focus of the deck is to summon the Atmosphere as soon as possible. And I think one of the bigger downsides that the Atmosphere has is that it has to have a monster in the graveyard before you can activate the effect. And on the first version that I tried, I wasn't running the Sphere Karibos, and once I switched them out, it switched the deck the way it played. It switched extremely. It was like a 360 switch that it did. What the Sphere Karibo allows you to do is it allows you to have that monster in the graveyard for whenever you activate the Atmosphere's effect to special summon itself. And before that, I wasn't able to summon it until your opponent or the opponent destroyed a monster. So once you have the Sphere Karibo, you can go ahead and summon it, and what you want to do is you want to have a set Jowls of Dark Demise. You most of the time want to set it on the first or second turn if you didn't get the Bubonic Vermin. So you set it, you're protected with Sphere Karibo, and then after that, on the next turn, you activate Jowls of Dark Demise, you flip it, take control of their monster, get rid of their monster, your Jowls of Dark Demise, and the Sphere Karibo in your graveyard, and then you have to protect your Atmosphere for 1 turn, unless you want to go ahead and wait on another turn and hope that your Jowls of Dark Demise survives, and then you can do it then, and then take control of 1 monster with the Atmosphere effect. The deck, I mean, in theory, it's extremely good, but in actual practice, it flops. And I don't just want to show you like all the good decks that I get out and that actually work. I also want to show you the dumb ideas that I have. And this is one of the dumb ideas that I had. And it's a fun deck. And if you play against like someone in casual, you should be winning a lot of games. But if you're playing in competitive and you face against something that's complete meta, or if you play against Tia, you're just going to completely lose. So overall, it's a fun deck, and I was trying to make it to where it can be competitive. And at first, I had a build with Possessed Dark Souls and a ton of different cards, and it didn't work out. It was way worse than what this is. And this thing, I wasn't running it to begin with, but and like when I was playing, and I tried a copy of it, and it was working, so I put one in, and it worked, so it did stayed in. And I think we'll need a replacement for Jowls of Dark Demise, because it's okay, but you take control of one of your monsters, and then your opponent gets left with no monsters, so you can't activate the Atmosphere's effect to take in another monster. So in theory, your opponent has to have 2 monsters in order for Jowls of Dark Demise to work perfectly, and most of the time that never happens. And like I said, that's why it was only in theory. And in theory, the deck sounds extremely good, but in practice, it's not as great. So I'm not gonna bore you with a ton of replays. I'm only gonna put in 3, and those 3 they were hand selected. They weren't just random replays. As the replays that I selected, I think were really good. And I do have a ton more, but they're all losses. And if you want to see them, just leave me a comment in the comment section, and I'll post them tomorrow. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of the video, and if you're liking my content, and if you like this video, go ahead and leave a like and do subscribe. Otherwise, go ahead and leave a dislike, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.